Are you an investor looking for premium market opportunities? Presenting premium and exclusive service for investors by Kalkine.
According to a June report by the London School of Economics, climate change-related litigation has more than doubled in the past 7 years globally. It's moving beyond traditional polluting industries such as fossil fuel production as well. At the COP27 climate talks in Egypt, UN experts last week warned that many corporate environmental claims amounted to empty slogans and hype. This could encourage campaigners to launch more legal cases against climate action laggards. Meanwhile, litigation against big oil continues at pace, with climate campaigners notching a notable win on the world stage in 2021 when Dutch court ordered Royal Dutch Shell to cut emissions drastically. In the US, cities and states remain on course in early efforts to bring Exxon, BP and others to trial, hoping they can get the companies to help pay for climate adaptation measures like seawalls and energy efficiency upgrades. However, the oil companies say they can't be held responsible for a global phenomenon such as climate change, and that policy change should come from governments, not courtrooms. But let's look at some of climate litigation's newest targets. The first one, plastics. Companies that make and market plastics derived from fossil fuels have been defending against a growing set of cases worldwide focused on the waste from the ubiquitous packaging material. In July, a U.S. federal judge in California granted preliminary approval for a $10 million settlement after a single-serve coffee U.S. company, Keurig, was sued by consumers who accused it of inaccurately marketing its K-Cups as recyclable, even though they are not in many localities. Keurig has denied wrongdoing and liability. Another suit, filed in California's state court in 2020 by the U.S. environmental group Earth Island Institute against Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nestle, and several other global consumer goods companies, seeks to hold those businesses accountable for their alleged contributions to plastic pollution. The suit raises public nuisance, breach of warranty, and negligence claims. The companies have denied the allegations in the lawsuits, but they have made public promises to work to avoid plastic pollution. In January, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and other international brands called for a global pact to combat plastic pollution by cutting plastic production. Climate activists have also targeted the food industry, claiming companies overstate how climate-friendly their products are. Sweden-based Oatly, for example, which advertises its oat-based milk alternatives as the result of a less water-intensive process compared to traditional dairy milk, was hit with 3 lawsuits in 2021 by investors who claimed in U.S. federal court in New York the statements amounted to greenwashing, in which a company touts its operations as more environmentally sustainable than they are in fact. An Oatly spokesperson declined to comment on the pending litigation. Meanwhile, in Denmark, the European Union's biggest pork producer, Danish Crown, was hit with a lawsuit last year alleging that the company misrepresents its climate footprint through marketing that says its production is more climate-friendly than you think. Danish Crown did not respond to a request for comment, but it has pledged to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 50% in 2030. Now that you're up to speed, hit that bell icon and subscribe to stay up to date. I'm Holly Shields for Kalkine Media.